You're thinking of moving to Corinth, Texas. Well, you are in the right spot because today we are going to take a virtual tour of Corinth. We're going to talk about some of the most popular neighborhoods, a couple places to eat, some of the different parks, and generally what Corinth has to offer, where it's situated in the Metroplex, and of course, a very quick market update. Let's dive in. If this is your first time to my channel and you want to know everything about living in North Texas or the surrounding suburbs, then go ahead and like and subscribe and tap that bell for notifications so that you never miss a video. Hey y'all, I'm Autumn Walker and I get calls and texts every day from people just like you. So whether you're thinking of moving in 9 days or 90 days, feel free to reach out because I am happy to help. Grab your coffee, tea, or adult beverage of any choice, and let's go ahead and look at Google Maps here. If you are not sure exactly where Corinth is in the Metroplex, it is about 30 miles north of Dallas, and it's just about 10 minutes south of Denton. We've got Corinth here, right next to Lake Lewisville, and then you would just take 35E all the way south to Dallas, and then you would have to head up north a little bit, get on 35W, and then head all the way into Fort Worth. So it's a small town, population about 22,000, but it's really nicely situated, like I said, not far from Denton, and it's a straight shot down to Dallas. And then in relation to Plano, from Corinth, you would head into Carrollton, but then you're going to want to take President George W. Bush if you're headed over to the Plano area. And then you've also got really easy access to the DFW Airport as well. So like I said, from Corinth is up here, my little pencil is hiding it, but you would want to take 35E down and then you're going to get on the 121 and head over to DFW. Not a very hard commute at all. Let's talk about some schools. You have Lake Dallas High School. Corinth is serviced by both Denton ISD and Lake Dallas ISD. So you've got Lake Dallas ISD here, or high school is right there. And then some of the other top rated schools are going to be your elementary school. So you got Hawk Elementary, close to the Oakmont Golf Club there. That's Hawk Elementary. Hawk Elementary has an A+ rating on niche.com and good teacher-student ratios. Then Founders Classical, the upper campus. And then you have several classical options, but the Founders Classical Academy in Corinth is really great as well. And that is very conveniently situated right off of 30. So it makes, if you're commuting to work, but you also have to do a school drop off, it's right there off of the frontage road off of 35E. And then you've also, like I said, it's not far from Denton. So if you're a professor at UNT or TWU, you would have a very short commute to either of those campuses. So from Corinth, TWU is going to be close to here, this side of 35, and then UNT is going to be just right over here. The stadium is on the side. The rest of the campus is just right off. If you are a professor or even a student, you could consider a very short commute from Corinth to Denton because you've got UNT just right up the road, as well as Texas Women's right up the road. Despite Corinth being a little on the small side, you know, it's a population of about 22,000, it does have a really good recreation scene. So you've got the Corinth Community Park, which is got really extensive bike trails and it's very large. It's got, you know, baseball fields, softball fields, playgrounds, splash pad. So all of that is going to be your community park here. I mean, it's huge. So there is also the Corinth bike trail. So you could start right here, kind of at the southwest corner of the City Hall parking lot. And then you kind of follow the DCTA rail line for a little bit, but then you head over into like the wooded area around the fields. And then there's not for road bikers, but there's an extensive amount of off-roading mountain biking trails, if that's what you're into. There also is a Corinth Community Park mountain bike area that you can just straight bike to, because that's also good to know if you need to just go and park your bike somewhere or explore the trail on foot or whatever. So that's a good area to know if biking is your thing. Of course, they have a dog park at the Corinth Community Park as well. It's just a really, really great place to be if you're an outdoorsy type of person that likes to explore. And then, of course, let's zoom out and see how close you are to Lake Lewisville. I mean, it's right there. So obviously all the blue area here If you live in Shady Shores, you've got, lakefront property. Depending on where you live, if you're in Shady Shores, even you could probably just bike to the lake instead of drive and avoid all the traffic. Now let's talk about a few places to eat. One of my favorite gourmet deli spots is Maze Eats Gourmet to Go. They have the best sandwiches, muffalettas, if you hear me, and they also have sommelier selected wines. They've got some fresh cocktails and just overall delicious chef prepared meals. It's a great lunch option, especially if you work at City Hall, because it's just right there. And then let's see, Wing Daddies. For my wing lovers, we've got Wing Daddy's, Sauce House, and then let's see, there's Angelina's Mexican restaurant. It's further down, but let me pull it up. Angelina's Tex-Mex. It's a great spot for happy hour. They've got great apps. A lot of locals love it. And then the shops at Highland Village. So it's not technically in Corinth, but if you want a place to shop, your shops are going to be down here. Like you can tell, it's not a far drive from Corinth. So if you're wanting some outdoor shopping, there's theaters there, restaurants. It makes a great date night out or great for the family, friends, just an overall fun spot to hang out. Let's talk about the neighborhoods a little bit and, of course, the market. Let's talk about some of the really popular neighborhoods in Corinth. Number one, I would say, of course, is going to be anything that's on a golf course. The Country Club golf course is here. So Oakmont Country Club is going to be the surrounding neighborhoods over here. And golf course communities are always highly sought after. They're always fun to ride around in your golf courts around the neighborhood, your golf cart, and just check out the scene, grab your lemonade or tea, and take off. And then not very far from the Oakmont golf course is Lake Sharon Estates. And that's always a good time for people who like to be on the water or just like to be outdoors. There's walking trails around there. It's obviously a much smaller lake than Lake Lewisville, but if you don't want to deal with the hustle and bustle of the big lake, you've got this as a smaller option. And then let's check out Fairview. Fairview is a lot more affordable than the two neighborhoods we just looked at. It's going to be a little further south in this area. And it's an established neighborhood with mature lots and trees. So if that's kind of your feel, that's a great option. There's a park that's not very far. You're close to the stadium here. Make sure I pulled up Lake Dallas High School. Yes, I did. Okay. So I know I talked about the schools earlier. And so Lake Dallas High School is in this area right here, which is close to Fairview neighborhood. So if you've got high school age kids, you would want to be close to the school if they're not driving themselves yet. Let's hop into the MLS and look at a little bit of the market data. Corinth is the blue line here. And we are looking just at residential single family homes in the last year. So the red line is Frisco and Plano is this green line here. Looks like as of March of this year, 2025, the median sales price for Corinth was $425,000. Frisco was much higher, around $730,000, $740,000. And then you can see Plano is kind of the middle ground at $555,000. The affordability of Corinth is a lot of its appeal as well. Now, you do have some new construction homes in Corinth. You've got the Oaks, which is the Oaks at Tower Ridge, which is kind of like a pocket luxury community. And it's situated not far from 35. So just down Meadowview, or because if you didn't want to drive through all those neighborhoods, you could just go straight down Tower Ridge here and then hang a right straight down Tower Ridge and then get on the frontage road that way. And then you've got easy 35 access. So that is a newer construction community that is considered maybe more luxury and on the higher end. And then why don't we take a look at just a few other homes? Like I said, this over here is more the Oakmont neighborhoods, and down here would be closer to the Fairview neighborhood. So it's pretty affordable there. We can take a peek at some of the pictures. So you've got, mixed material, brick and siding. Maybe a few updates are needed with a new coat of paint. But the flooring has been very well kept up. Maybe you can invest a little bit in updating the kitchen. But at a lower price point, you could budget for those updates. Looks like they have probably the original cabinets, still have carpet, which carpet is still some people's jam. Yeah, so, wood paneling. So definitely you're going to need some updates in this one, but it looks like it, was listed maybe a little higher and then ended up going in the 300,000s. On the west side of Corinth, or what would be considered the Shady Shores area, you're definitely going to have larger lot sizes, a little more expensive homes, but they are lakefront properties, so that is highly sought after for a lot of folks. But we'll take a look at another home that's definitely below the median price point, but the lower you go, like, you'll still need to do some updates. I see popcorn ceiling. The cabinetry looks great. And it looks like they've got a nice bonus room up here, but maybe the faucets and the laminate countertop would need to be updated. So definitely something to consider when purchasing in some of these neighborhoods that were maybe established in the 80s, early 90s. Let's see. Let's take a look here. You're a little closer to the Oakmont golf course, but maybe not necessarily in the country club right here, but it's a really, really pretty landscaping. Really pretty stone exterior. I see a really beautiful pergola out back. Nice spacious kitchen here. Not quite as many updates maybe needed in this one. You've got a pool. Interesting looking drapery. Okay, well, depending on maybe your style, the bathroom layout is great, but maybe just the aesthetics, if that's something that you would want to update. All right, so one of those, maybe if you're interested in more of the modern type homes, won't have to do as many updates. Something like this would be an option for you. It's a newer build, so there's not many interior pictures, but this is in the Oaks community that I was talking about, is that pocket luxury home. And it's reasonably priced, below $700,000. So oops, let's go back to our map. See if this guy might have a few more pictures. Only 8. See what the builder gave us. Empty lots. Okay, great. Okay, this one has 29. Let's see. Floor plans. Okay, so lots of natural light, tall ceilings, a mixture of different finishes. So you've got the glossy tile fireplace, that herringbone laid wood tile floors. But so this is also, an option if you're looking for a home that you don't have to really do a lot of updates to. Really pretty walk-in shower. What did you think of Corinth? Corinth is a great place to live. Again, for families, for those commuters that live in Dallas or up north in Denton. If you enjoy outdoor rec, biking, lake life, I think Corinth would be a perfect fit for you. Thanks so much for watching this video. And if it added any value for you, go ahead and like and subscribe and tap that bell so that you don't miss any videos. I would love to help you make a move to Corinth, and hopefully I'll hear from you later, or even better yet, see you around town. I'll see you next time on my channel.